If y'all been following my channel for a while, and you was following back in 2017 when I did my White History Month, you would know that Margaret Sanger was day 2. Or was she day 1? I can't remember. It was one of the two on my White History Month, and well deserved. And in my opinion, Margaret Sanger is the original Karen. It might have been some before her, but she sticks out like a sore thumb for the atrocities that she has done. So I found this article on Facebook, and shout out to Nicole because that's who I found it through. And now, after so many years since the founding of Planned Parenthood, they have finally admitted something that many of us in the black community have known for ages. That this institution known as Planned Parenthood has some very, very, very racist overtones. Not under, but overtones to it. It was very blatant what their plan was. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, no shit, Sherlock. Like, tell us something we didn't already know for years. Planned Parenthood finally admits that its founder was a horrific bigot. No kidding about that part. Planned Parenthood is finally removing the name of Margaret Sanger, its founder, from its Manhattan clinic, ending decades of denial about her horrid racist views. Listen, they can remove it all they want, but the presence, the aura of it is still going to be there. Just 4 years ago, the Planned Parenthood Federation of America did admit it was wrong of Sanger to speak to the KKK in 1926 and to support the sterilization of the disabled and placing so-called illiterates, paupers, unemployables, criminals, prostitutes, and dope fiends on farms and in open spaces as long as necessary for the strengthening and development of moral conduct. But it refused to confront her words such as the most urgent problem today is how to limit and discourage the overfertility of the mentally and physically defective. It also downplayed her support for Buck versus Bell, the 1927 Supreme Court decision that declared constitutional the forced sterilization of the quote-unquote unfit. Like, we already can read through her code speak and already knew who she was talking about. That ruling allowed the maiming via involuntary hysterectomy of thousands of black women in the Jim Crow South. Planned Parenthood's local branch says it's also discussing replacing Sanger's name on a street sign at Mott and Bleecker. The city council shouldn't wait for a request. May this bitch burn in hell. I'm sure she already is, but let her burn some more. Even if she's down to ashes, burn those too. It's the reason why she was on my White History Month. No one talks about the atrocities that this woman caused with Planned Parenthood. That's why whenever I see a black woman go up into a Planned Parenthood, I just shake my head because I keep thinking about where Planned Parenthood started and why it started. Granted, now they have moved far away from their beginnings, their horrible beginnings, because I don't want to call them humble. But when you look back at it, it's like, do you know why she created Planned Parenthood? If you knew that, many people probably wouldn't go there. Although now they've kind of glossed over it and they made it look pretty and attractive. But when you look back at the history of Planned Parenthood, it was anything but. But fuck Margaret Sanger. And let's not forget that this is the same woman that Hillary Clinton said was she looked up to her, or she was her friend in her head, or something something silly. That maybe that could have been the reason why many people was turned off by her. Because look at Margaret Sanger and then look at the words that Hillary Clinton used towards black males or black boys, calling them super predators. And what did Margaret Sanger say? The unfit. No wonder they saw eye to eye.